Welcome guys, back to another video. Today we're going to be showing you how to get every single item from the Great Spook 2025 event. As always, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you like the video, as we are trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and it helps us out quite a bit. Either way, let's jump into it. And starting off the video, we are going to get the Great Spook armor, and the first item we are going to do is to get ourselves the Great Spook helmet, and for this you need one wet pumpkin, of which all you need to do is get an appalled pumpkin from the builder over in that direction, and then basically submerge yourself in water, and you will get yourself a wet pumpkin. And now this doesn't currently work since it's not the Great Spook event, but it does work during the event. And for the Great Spook chestplate, you are going to need yourself 5 decayed bats, which you can obtain by shooting a bat with a wither bow and icy arrows, of which you get this from Jax in the hub, and then you basically just shoot them 5 times. This is a little bit hard, but making a big box to contain them will help out a lot with this. So you could just shoot them like so. It may take a hot second, but once you do, you will get yourself a decayed bat. And of course, you need 5 of them to hand in for the Great Spook chestplate. So in order to get the Great Spook leggings, you are going to need to get yourself 4 Tutti Frutti flavored poison, 4 enchanted poisonous potatoes, and 1 simple carrot candy in order to craft a poison candy. And now you're going to need 5 of these, but in order to get the Tutti Frutti flavored poison, you're going to head to Shifty out here in the house next to the dark auction house, and then you're going to want to craft it like so in this pattern. I don't know if I'm going to be able to craft it since I'm making this ahead of time, but you basically craft it like so and you get yourself a poison candy. And then you're going to want to hand it to the Taisoi Alchemist to get the Great Spook leggings. And finally, for the Great Spook boots, you will need 12 sweet flesh, of which you are supposed to kill zombies with a sweet axe. If you don't have one, you can head over to the lumber merchant over here in the hub. It's right next to the bazaar, and then basically you can go over to the graveyard. The 100 health zombies will work just fine, and then you basically just smack them with the sweet axe to get the sweet flesh, and then hand them in to the Taisoi Alchemist. And now moving on to Rogue Flesh, of which you obtain this by killing a tier 1 Revenant Horror with 1 second remaining until it despawns. And now this takes a little bit of practice, but it's not that hard to do. And you need 2 of these to get the Great Spook belt. I would demonstrate this, but it's taken a while. So we'll just move on to the next piece of equipment. And now for the next piece of equipment, you are going to need to get 1 precious. And now the way you get this is by giving a infinity dirt wand to Dirt Guy in the Dwarven Mine. So now if you don't know how to get there, basically start at the Great Ice Wall, go over to the Ticket Master, and then I believe it's one of these ways down here. And then you basically will take this until you find a Dirt Guy. And there will be a little hole over here in the wall, which has the Dirt Guys right here. And then in the corner, there will be Dirt Guy, of which you hand it to him during the event. And you will get yourself the precious, which you can get the Great Spook cloak. This next one is a little bit tricky, and this one is the obscure ending, of which you need to complete the end race with any blindness effect active. And now in order to do this, you're going to want to get a simple blindness potion 1 with an enchanted redstone dust to increase its duration to 1:30. And then I would recommend putting waypoints here and at the end of the race in order to do this. So I'm going to demonstrate this myself. Hopefully I can do this first try. No, if not, I'll just cut to the next clip. For the next one, you will need yourself a Head of Betrayal, which can be done by leading a cow up to Jake on top of the mountain here in the Mushroom Desert, and while having a cow next to you. And then, of course, you have to talk to Jake, and you will get yourself the Head of Betrayal to get the Great Spook Plus. This is a little bit difficult, as cows tend to take fall damage, and you have to drag them all the way here from the barn. But sometimes people do get them here early, so I would recommend checking the house first before you try to drag a cow here, as it can be quite difficult and it takes a little bit of patience. It will require you to possibly get like the tarantula boots just to get the cow over to here, and you can possibly like splash them with some health potions in order to heal them up. But either way, we'll move on to the next piece of equipment. For the Dead Seed, in order to get the Great Spook Sword, you are going to want to take a dead bush from the builder, which you can buy from there, and then you're going to want to get yourself 5 enchanted bone meal, and then get the trades menu up by doing /trades and then selecting enchanted bone meal, of which you can need 5 of them since you need 5 dead seeds. And then you basically right click on them, as you can see here, you get some dead seeds, and then you hand 5 of them into the Taisoi Alchemist for the Great Spook Sword. And now for the 5 fairy wings you need to come to a fairy room in the dungeons with a enchanted shears. If you don't know how to craft it, just take 2 enchanted iron ingots and craft them like a regular shears, and you will get yourself enchanted shears. And then you basically just go up to them and right click on them, or left click, I don't remember which one it is. And you will then get yourself the 5 fairy wings to get the Great Spook Talisman. And to get the 2 free spiders for the Great Spook Ring, you are going to need yourself a Scavenged Iron Hammer. In order to get this, you are going to need the Scavenged Emerald Hammer and the Scavenged Gold Hammer from the Mines of Devon, and then go to this specific anvil in the gold mine. It's right next to the blacksmith here, and then just put them in and you will get yourself the Scavenged Iron Hammer. And then you want to go to the Spider's Den, over to Grandma Wolf's house over here, and then specifically iron it onto these bars, and you will free the spiders and get them to trade in for the Great Spook Ring. And finally, for the Great Spook artifacts, you are going to need yourself, of course, the Great Spook Ring, 2 bread, 1 onion, which you can buy from the builder, 1 tasty cheese dropped from rats in the hub or by rats on the garden, as well as a lettuce, which is also bought from the builder in the hub, 8 cooked beef, and 1 french fries, which this is fun because you have to place down a potato minion with hunter knife in it, and you will get yourself french fries. If you don't have a hunter knife, don't worry about it. You can pay 500,000 coins to get another one from the janitor in the gold mines, and then of course you'll hand it in for the Great Spook artifact. And for the next thing, in order to get the Eerie Pet, you're going to need 2 ephemeral gratitudes, or ephemeral, I don't know how to pronounce it. And to do this, this is very tough, it's very annoying, and it requires some patience, as you're going to need to give a garden visitor what they want within 2 seconds of them showing up. And now the easy way of doing this and not frustrating over it is by checking the timer consistently to see when they're gonna spawn, as well as having every conceivable item that the visitor might want and having a lot of it to ensure that you can accept it. And now this can take quite a bit of time, as of course it's annoying, but when you do, you will get the Eerie Pet. So now for the sewer fish that you need in order to get the Eerie Treat, you are going to want to come to this specific phase, which is the final phase of the Professor boss fight in floor 3, and wait for the water to rise a little bit. And now, as you can see here, I probably should have waited to record this a little bit, but, well, the water's not rising. Again, it takes a little bit, and you need to essentially fish in the water to get it like so. So you just cast your bobber, and then you should get sewer fish. And now this is easy to do if you have, say, a tank, tanking all the damage from you. But as you can see here, you get sewer fish, and once you get 10 of them, you can get the Eerie Treat to upgrade your Eerie Pet to rare. And now for the next thing, you are going to need a Nightmare Nullifier, which you get by giving a black coffee, which you can obtain here at the bartender in the Crimson Isle. It can be either this one or the guy at the bar place. I'm a mage, so I'm just here. And then you're going to want to head to the Dwarven Mines and give this black coffee to a special somebody who can't sleep. Ideally, Betnam, as you give it to him, and then you have to wait 20 minutes till the next Skyblock day, and then you will get yourself a Nightmare Nullifier to get the Eerie toy, which will upgrade your Eerie Pet to Legendary. Of course, you also have to complete the text here. You gotta do this part, it's the most important part. And now, to obtain the soup, you are going to want to come back to the Crimson Isles. Ideally, since you were probably doing this in order of the video, you're going to be here when the Nightmare Nullifier is still going on. So you're going to want to talk to Pablo with a item ending in soup. And this can be either the magical mushroom soup, mystical mushroom soup, marsh spore soup, or mushroom soup. And then to get to Pablo, you basically can come right here to this guy here. He's kind of near the statue. And then basically go up these stairs and then go up a set of ladders. And as you can see, there's Pablo right there. And then once you talk to him with the soup, he will give you the soup thing. And you can trade this in to get the Boo Stone from the shop. And now to get the secret potion in order to unlock the alchemist recipe, all you have to do is forge, or excuse me, not forge, to brew any one of the 5 dungeon secrets, which is either a decoy, trap, spirit leap, training weights, or inflatable Jerry, while wearing any of these secret armors, which of course can be either the Monster Hunter armor, Monster Raider armor, or the Lava Sea Creature armor, as which I am wearing right now, into here with an awkward potion, and as you can see, it'll brew up there, and in 20 seconds we will have it. I'm just going to wait the 20 seconds here, just because it'll be better to demonstrate it like always, and once you do this, you will have a secret potion. You don't need to put 3 awkward potions here. I don't know why I did this. This is complete unnecessary. You only need 1 for it. But as you can see here, you now have a secret 1 potion to get the alchemist recipe with. And for the final one, in order to get the Shadows Indicate Ridicule's Illuminating Unseen Stars, you are going to want to take 7,871,265 coins over to Sirius in the Wilderness, and this will give you the Scary Grimoire, and it won't take you to the Dark Auction if you're worried about that, but once you get the Scary Grimoire, you are now able to buy the Great Spook 1 book for 30,000 coins. And since the way to obtain the Great Spook staff has changed, we are going to be doing that here now. So basically, you will want to grab a icy sinker instead of an ice rod and apply it to any of your fishing rods, and then fish with spooky bait in the spider's den, and this will give you frozen spiders. You can catch them any time of the year. It's pretty weird, I know, but you should be able to catch them pretty easily. It's not that hard. But once you do, take 10 of these and you'll get the Great Spook staff from the Taiyasoi Alchemist.